which food from Ghana will you love to take along when going?
I love red and plantain.
Oh.
I could eat that every day.
Okay, so we call it, do you know Gob3?
Yeah.
Go check my stuff online. Proud of anything you do online. I be proud blogger. SammyKaymedia.com online. Go check my stuff online. Proud of anything you do.
Go online. First time touching Ghana, straight from the UK, is Mr. and Mrs. Queeley. And I'm here with the wife, Oli. Later, I'll catch up with the husband as well. He's an interesting personality. I mean, you love to know him. I'm here with Mrs. Brenda Queeley. Hope I got the name right. And she is the CEO of Brenda Queeley Consultancy. She has an experience in nursing for more than 20 years plus. I mean, I don't know how she did it. In Ghana, we are having nursing problems and all that. She's here in Ghana for a mission, and then I'm going online with her. My name remains Samokuma. You see me in town, holla at your boy SammyKay Media. I go respond. Go online. Let me welcome Mrs. Queeley, and you're welcome to Ghana.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.
How are you enjoying our breeze?
Oh, this is beautiful. Just what I wanted.
Which country else are you going to get this breeze from?
Well, the only other place that is, has a little bit of this is the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
I mean, you touched down Ghana. Is this your first time?
Yes.
First time in Ghana?
First time in Ghana.
Wow. Okay, so now you are in Ghana. Before you came to Ghana, were there some perceptions you had about Ghana before coming here?
I wouldn't say. I think the perceptions were accurate. I mean, I know a lot of Ghanaians. I have a Ghanaian business partner who is in Po. And I've had financial interests in Ghana for the last couple of years. So it's nothing new to me.
Then why long time you haven't been in Ghana since you had,
Because I have a business in the UK, as well as Brenda Queeley Consultancy. There's Bedfordshire Supported Housing, and there's been a lot of growth in terms of ensuring that the company moves forward. Not just me, I have a business partner. It's the two of us. So this was the right time. This was the right opportunity. And I wanted to spend a substantial amount of time. So I'm here for 3.5 weeks.
3.5 weeks. And how many weeks have you spent there?
We're 2 weeks in, right? So
2 weeks.
We go home next Wednesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
So today is Tuesday. So next week Wednesday.
Yeah, next week Wednesday we fly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you wish to prolong your stay?
I'd love to. I'm going to come back. I've got to come
when?
back.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I think I'll be back next year.
Okay, so far, what are you loving apart from our breeze?
I love the people. Everyone says that, but there's so many similarities to Caribbean culture, Caribbean people. The way we look is very similar. You see faces that look like faces that we've seen in other parts of the world. Yeah. The food is similar.
Our food.
In a way, it's
Which ones are you talking about?
So
Wache.
Rice and peas for us.
Oh, you call it rice and beans, but we call it. But we have rice and beans and we have wache.
Yeah.
So our rice and beans, we cook beans separately. Yeah. Some mix it with the stew, like they add certain vegetables to make up a stew, and then we cook the rice. Then we call it rice and beans. Right. You enjoy it. Before you can cook the rice and then the beans together, and then we add pepper. Not in the, after it's cooked, we add pepper, and then we call it wache. Yeah. Have you enjoyed it already?
Yes.
How does it taste?
It tastes similar to rice and peas.
So that's how you call it in the Caribbean.
Yeah. The one I've had here is very much, it's mixed in. It's mixed in, and the rice and the beans are mixed in together, not separately. That's what we've had. Certainly what we've had at the hotel. Yeah.
So your rice and beans, do you add pepper?
Our rice and beans, it depends which island you're from. Everybody does it slightly differently.
Okay.
With some of us will use kidney beans, some of us will use gonga beans.
Okay.
Or gonga peas. It really depends. And you put your different seasonings depending on which island you're from.
Okay.
So Ghana obviously is the blueprint, and everybody else has, changed it slightly.
Okay. So talking about where you from.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I was born in the UK. I was the last child. There's 3 of us in total. My elder sister was born in Grenada. Okay. My parents are from Grenada, in the Caribbean. And they moved here, or moved to the UK for a better life.
Okay.
And had myself and my brother.
Oh.
So yeah, so we
So
live
you are just two, you and your brother?
Yeah.
Mom, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So your brother is in the UK now?
He's in the UK.
And then the family moved as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So our parents moved over. When they retired, parents moved back to the West Indies. I mean, that's a common story.
Oh.
You know, you will find that when people retire, they tend to go back, you know, to where they're from. As I suppose, you know, as people retire in England, they come back to Ghana.
Oh, I see.
You know?
So you have 20 years, more than 20 years experience in the health.
Yes. Yeah. So and that's one of the main
you?
reasons I'm here. So I qualified as a nurse in 1996.
Wow.
And I think some of you weren't even born
Wow.
when I was qualified.
I was born by then.
Were you?
I was born by then.
And I moved up the ranks quite quickly in the NHS. Staff nurse, ward manager, service manager. And in about 2008, I met my business partner and we decided we wanted to start a health and social care business.
Okay.
I had a lot of contacts in the NHS. I'd like to say I was somebody that had a good reputation, and I think that really helped the business. So we decided to, we did some research, did the business plan, made sure that there was a need, and we knew there was a huge demand for what we were going to provide. And we started the business in 2012. The first care home opened. And after that, we've had a service open every single year after that. So we're a sizable company in the area that we're specializing in.
Okay, so what specifically do you provide?
We provide two or three types of service. So registered care homes, supported accommodation. So the registered care homes are regulated.
Okay.
The supported accommodation doesn't provide any care, only support. And then we have home care. And home care is literally looking after people in their own homes, providing personal care, making sure that they're well, and they can live well at home with support.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the three types of services.
I see. Since you came to Ghana, have you met some nurses?
I have. I've had the pleasure of meeting and teaching some nurses.
Oh, okay.
The reason I'm here, one of them, is we've started to recruit from abroad. We've started to recruit all over Africa, not just Ghana. But I was coming to Ghana, so I thought, well, I can't not meet with nurses and let them know what they really need to do to get ahead of applications. So we get hundreds of people.
To which country?
UK.
To the UK?
Yeah, we get a lot of nurses applying because the UK have now said that the health and care visa is now active and open to the rest of the world, in a sense. So it means that nurses or experienced healthcare professionals can look abroad if they wish for work. But when you have lots of people applying for the same role in the same way, you really have to you really have so much choice. You whittle it down to the best. So what I was here saying to the nurses of Ghana is focus on certain things. Focus on you already know nursing. Nobody needs to tell you about nursing because you know all of that. You're one of the most educated group of people here, you know, and a lot of time much more educated than nurses abroad.
Did you say, I heard they are educated than nurses abroad?
In some cases, very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable.
Is it the people you spoke to, that's what you realized?
Yeah.
We think the best education is abroad.
Yeah.
So if you say some people here who are into nursing are more educated than people in abroad, what do you mean?
Sometimes nurses here are exposed to different experiences and tasks in comparison to other nurses. Shall we say they are just as? There is nothing lacking in what they have. The only thing they will not understand is the UK system. So what they need is an understanding of how it works in the UK. So this is why we focus on health and social care. How does it work? The other thing, if a nurse who is a registered nurse here and is delivering nursing practice, in a way, you're wearing two hats when you come to the UK and you are working as a support worker or a senior support worker. You can't operate in the same way. You've got to somehow put your nursing skills under a hat. Put your nursing hat underneath your support worker hat and start delivering care in a slightly different way. Because even though you're knowledgeable and you've got the skills and you've been giving injections and using, looking after people's catheters, stomas, and, what we call PEG, someone who's got like intravenous or in situ indwelling catheters, those sorts of things. You can't do that without guidance training from another nurse.
Nice. Okay.
So the training really helps you navigate not just the recruitment process, but it helps you understand the differences in the UK. Because we've got to think about if nurses are applying for jobs, it starts really with what they write.
Yes.
It starts with the CV.
Yeah.
It starts with that first email, which hopefully is going to attract somebody to read it.
Okay.
So that's where I come in.
Okay. So I'm a nurse.
Yeah.
I wish to apply and go to the UK. Where do I start first?
Well, there is nothing stopping anybody going and finding a job that's advertised in the UK that says sponsorship.
Okay.
Sponsorship, community support worker, sponsored nurse role, and applying. You don't need to pay anybody to do that. You go straight and apply. You see?
Okay.
So but if you want guidance on the training, the interview process, understanding health and social care, understanding your personal brand so you can get the uniqueness of you on paper, then that's where my service comes in. That's where I can help.
Oh, okay. So if you just want to get the uniqueness of people, then that's where you come in. But for the process and all that, you have nothing.
Oh, I can help. I can help them.
Okay.
But we're not a recruitment company as such. We provide the training to help you navigate the sponsorship process.
Oh, okay. So the main reason why you came to Ghana is to provide the training for them.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And then focus on what if they wish to come to the UK to work as a nurse, they find their own way.
In a way, but we will still support them.
How?
Once you've made that connection with us, we are always going to help you. But we don't want to say we're a recruitment company because we are not saying we're going to find you a job.
Okay.
We can't do that. We're not doing that.
So if I want to go to the UK, and then I'm a nurse, there's nothing. So if I don't want the training from you, then I don't need to come to you. Is that what you're saying?
If you think you've already got the skills and you can write your application and you're happy and you feel confident, then go ahead. You really don't need us. But it's for those nurses that are either apprehensive, that have tried several times and don't seem to be getting anywhere, who need some guidance.
Okay.
And
in terms of their line of work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the training is not just for the UK. It will help you in your current role. Yeah. Don't see it as something that, yes, if I do this, I will absolutely, go to the UK. No. But you see, what's good about us is once you start networking with people, once you start connecting with people from different countries, then you end up having conversations. And
that's
people say, well, I'm going to introduce you to this person.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's always worth, working with an organization like ours.
Okay, so speaking to some of the nurses, what challenges did you recognize or did you observe Ghana is going through? Or did they put out some of the challenges?
Some of the challenges within their roles?
Yes.
I think like every single nurse is having to deliver care with limited resources. Okay, but nurses are very resourceful. And like the UK, there's always issues around pay. We all know that.
Around what? The pay. I thought it's only in Ghana. I was about to ask.
No. There's
because
issues around pay.
They sometimes even hit the road demonstrating for their pay.
Yeah.
An increment and order. Does it happen
exactly
in the
UK?
Same.
Exactly
Why is it so? Because I thought even in the UK it's a priority. Ghana is a priority too, but I mean, when it comes to pay.
Nurses' pay hasn't really risen in the past 10, maybe 15 years.
Why?
In terms of, in line with inflation. Nurses have always been the, I suppose, the government workforce that's, I think, suffered. I mean, through COVID, they were, you know, clapped.
Yeah.
You know, they don't need clapping.
About COVID, I mean, the pay was some bonuses scheme, right?
Small one-off payments.
Oh, we call it small.
So now I think they're negotiating.
Okay.
I mean, in terms of UK, it is small, you know.
Okay.
But now I think they're in negotiations. I'm not sure if it's been finalised. An offer has been made. Let's see if it's accepted.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, we'll come to the nurse again, but let's talk about, I mean, you're in Ghana. Yeah. Have you visited some places already?
I visited Cape Coast Castle.
What made you decide to go there?
I think as a diaspora, as someone who has an affinity to Africa, because we, you know, our history says this is where we come from, and it's very likely.
Then you have a Ghanaian trait
yeah,
in you.
Exactly. So we had to go and see where some of our history is. Only a small part of our history. Our history doesn't start there. Our history starts 1,000 years before that and more. But it's a time in history that was catastrophic to a lot of people in the world. So that's what we had to see.
So when you got there, how did you feel seeing? I mean, I'm sure they told you the story behind the buildings and all that.
Some anger and the just incomprehension how so much effort went into destroying a population. So much effort in organising the holding and the factory of slavery, because it was literally a factory, you know. So, but we're still here, you know. We're still standing. I mean, Africa, the diaspora, we're still feeling the effects of it. You know, the economy has never fully recovered. Everybody's feeling the effects of it.
Yeah, and we are still even depending on, I mean...
That's it. That's right.
That's the sad part of the whole story.
That's right.
Some people even say because of how they wanted us to always rely on them, they niched our system of ruling in such ways that we'll always borrow. we are still borrowing. What do you think is the way forward? For Africa?
Oh boy. It's a really difficult one. I think if Africa's in control of, you know, its own currencies in terms of value, that it's, you know, because it's measured against more or less the dollar, I think, isn't it? As opposed to So
the dollar is around 12, 13 cities now. It rose up to around 17, and it's so sad. So it affected everything.
So it's a shame that the currency can't be measured against its own resources.
That's okay.
That's you know.
I mean, you became very emotional when you started talking about I mean, this slavery. Why? You relate to it too so well, right?
I do, because there gets a point where you might be able to look far and know where you come from. We get to a certain point and it stops. You know, we can do DNA, you know, which tells us where we're from and, you know, which group or society or community in Africa we may be from. So we can do a lot now. But those stories and the history that's been maybe handed down, it only happens to a certain degree with us.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at if you look at European television, I've always said this, you see a huge cluster of history channel, history programs. History is paramount to any community's culture. There's always this repeat of, you know, the old kings and queens, the old way it was done. There's always this reinforcement of who they were and who they are.
Okay.
And that's somehow lost certainly with some Caribbean islands.
Okay, so apart from
Caribbean population.
I see. Caribbean, you mentioned Caribbean. Apart from English, which language do you speak?
Just English.
Just English?
Just English. Yeah.
No other language?
No.
Caribbean, which language do you speak?
English.
English.
Yeah. There is an old language my father used to speak called Patois.
Patois.
And that was made up of English, French, and some African.
Oh, I didn't know
words.
Patois. French was in Patois. I
Yeah,
didn't know.
well, that's what my father told me.
Okay.
And if they didn't want children to understand what they were saying, all the elders would speak the language.
Oh, so that's how it came? That's how Patois came?
Well, it was something that was always spoken.
Okay.
But I think a lot of it has died out as the older generation have gone.
Okay, but so Patois is what our dancehall musicians now sing in.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you or you say all, then it spice up the whole.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what kind of music do you enjoy?
Oh, I love all music. I'm into what am I into now? Afrobeat, Burna Boy.
Oh, really?
Oh, really nice. So
can you sing a song from
no,
Burna Boy?
no, it wouldn't be good. You wouldn't want to hear it. Hello.
So your husband is. Can you capture? can you?
Come on, he'll sing for you.
Oh.
He'll sing for you.
Chayo.
But I like a lot of soul music, calypso. You know. So I like music. Full stop. Anything that's good, I'll listen to it. I don't mind where it's from.
Okay. All right. And she's a billionaire. I mean.
A billionaire.
Or a trillionaire. for Pune.
Our business is very good, but we're not that status yet.
Oh, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Or if you are not that status, soon you get there.
Yeah.
But you are into other businesses as well,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
So what do you like to talk about?
I've got some land in Ho, and you know I was recently installed in Ho.
Ho, Ghana.
Yes.
Volta region.
Volta region.
Okay.
In Hodzoga. What? Community of Hodzoga, which is in Ho.
It's in Ho.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I'm not getting the name right, but I'm sure.
Hodzo.
Otto.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Hodzogo. Hodzoga.
Ah, okay. Hodzoga. I think I'm not an air, so maybe it's a okay. All right. So you are trying to develop something.
Yeah, we're trying to develop there, and I was recently installed as the first Queen Donenyo of the region.
Oh, really?
Yes, that happened on the 12th of March.
Oh, wow.
So I'm the Queen of Development.
Oh, congratulations.
For that area.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I think
so
we'll place some of the pictures.
Yes. So it means, you have to take these roles seriously because it's clear people need help.
Yeah.
And I will do everything I can to, raise money, improve. I mean, we always, whatever we can give, we do give.
When you got there, what do you see and what do you think they need?
I think they need everything.
Like?
They could do with schools.
They need schools?
They need, I think they could do with more schools, clinics, everything.
Oh. Wow.
From what I see.
The situation is bad than I thought.
Well, it's not bad, but it could be better. They're a nice community of people. They're very welcoming to me and Ray, but they, they could do with some. So far,
I hope you haven't had any worse experience in Ghana.
No. Have we, Ray?
No.
No.
And your best experience?
This is one of them.
This is what?
Yeah, meeting you.
Okay.
But I think all of it. I think what happened on the 12th when they installed me.
Yeah.
I mean,
so you knew it was going to be
No, I didn't know.
Oh, wow.
My business associate had said, you need to come on this day. So I had to change my plans.
Wow.
And I said, okay, I'll come on this day and I'll leave so we could do. They said, they just want to make, just want to thank you for a few, what you've been doing.
Okay.
I didn't know it was a big ceremony.
I see.
It really stumped me.
Oh.
And they made me speak as well.
Oh, I see. Congratulations once again.
I was very, very
Which food from Ghana will you love to take along when going?
I have very simple tastes. My favorite meal is red and plantain. Oh. I could eat that every day.
Okay, so we call it beans. I mean, beans, right?
It's beans.
Do you know Gob3?
No problem.
I mean, it's the same.
It's the same thing?
red, but
Yeah.
Gob3 is like unofficial name for
Yeah.
for red
Yeah.
in Ghana, but we call it beans,
Mm-hmm.
beans and Gary and beans.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in other languages, we have other names that we call it as well.
Okay.
So you love to take red.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm simple person. You know, and red snapper or red fish.
Red snapper.
Yeah.
Did you call it red snapper?
Yeah.
That's how you call it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That it means, I mean, like you said, it's the same food but different names. I see. So we're about to go now. For the nursing, are you having another trip?
I am. I've got 2 events. The next one is on Saturday, the 25th of March, and it's going to be at the Sun Lodge Hotel, Tesano, in Accra.
Tesano.
And it's going to start around 9:30 and finish around 4 or 5.
Okay.
And then the nurses asked me to do an extra session, so I've got to fly to Kumasi on Monday, the 27th.
Okay.
So anyone in Kumasi who wants to join me, it's going to be, it's from 10:30 because my flight gets in a little bit later.
Okay. Are you leaving on that same day?
No,
Okay.
no, I leave on the Wednesday.
Okay.
But I'll just let you know.
But is it free?
No,
Okay.
no, it costs $50 to attend.
$50. Okay.
Yeah, but you get lunch and refreshments throughout the day.
Okay. So you are just paying for your lunch and then.
You are really.
Yeah.
This is not,
Okay.
you're not making any money on this.
All right.
And please look at my profile on LinkedIn. Look at some of the reviews that the nurses have put on, so you know that it's going to be beneficial to anyone that attends.
So yeah, apart from LinkedIn, which social media app are you on?
It's just LinkedIn at the moment. I'm on Facebook, but there's not too much on there.
Okay.
But LinkedIn is the one.
Okay.
LinkedIn.
You are not on Instagram, but you have this Instagram app.
Yeah, but I'm not on there.
Then how did the app end up there?
I always go on there.
To check.
Yeah, to check
It
things
means
out.
you have an account there.
No.
It's
just an ordinary
update.
account. Yeah, it's just it's not my work one.
Okay.
So it's always best to go on LinkedIn because anything to do with nursing, that's where I'll put information out.
All right. So apart from you being the queen mother and then you love to help your people, are you looking at expanding in any other field in Ghana when it comes to business-wise?
I mean, one of the reasons I'm here as well, is doing so much, is to look for business opportunities. So I've spoken to several people. So it could be that we may be looking at real estate.
Real estate, okay.
So,
I was about to mention that.
Yeah, so that's definitely an avenue we're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you are welcome to Ghana anytime. And then we're about to wrap up. So let's have. Okay, so the nurses, if the both Accra and Kumasi, if anybody wants to call, any number, do you have any number you want to put out there?
There's 2 ways. You can either email me on info@brendaqueeley.com, so just my name.com. Or if you go onto Eventbrite, you will see the event on the 25th of March.
Okay.
On there is my local agent's contact details.
Okay.
He's the best person to speak to because
he resides in
he's
Ghana.
accessible, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So no number, right? Or
Let me give you
once
his number.
they reach the email, everything will be sorted.
But let me give you the email that you can call him on.
Okay, so I'm reminding you that if you want to look good, you have to visit Mami Gold online shop. They got the best of.
I'll
Okay.
let you read that number out.
Okay, so the number is 054 514 7302. Yeah, 054 514 7302. So I mean, call them and then you'll be sorted out. I mean, she has a resident person here who is sorting things out. So I was talking about how if you want to look good, then you have to visit Mami Gold online shop because she got the best of outfits, male, female. Just go there. If you want to look good again when it comes to your skin, hair, male, female, just go to Always Sports. When you go, tell SammyKay said he should come. She'll give you a discount as well. And after that, you have to if you want to send money across Ghana, buying Bitcoin and all that for free, you have to use Yellow Card. Yellow Card, you can send money from Ghana to 14 countries and then it is free. So download the app and then come and thank me later because you are not paying a dime when you send it. Now, if you want a better healthcare, you have to visit Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. When you go, they scan you, and then anything wrong with you, homeopathically they deal with you positively. So go, Dr. Dubois will be waiting for you.
Everybody knows Acrobato, and if you know Acrobato, it means you know Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. As an international journalist and actor, my health is my priority. Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic is my pillar in terms of my health. Let's hear what others are saying about Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. Sister, please, you, let him talk to you. Who will be careful Endpoint one?
Chesena me ankasa me period na say problem suwum ntina ma wo ho idea ma me papa chesena nya asem ketewa na me coin point no mo hwe me modem no mo hwe bibia na so mo meduro me fire no ene ma won kra mienu foforo kwa na mkwan mu a eba ti ene je dia ba fie pa.
You heard everything yourself.
Me ma me no adwodwo eda ho a wontumi nante ene ne ko Endpoint o mama no nura ene ne ho eden a watimi asori anante.
That's Endpoint for you. Of Acrobato.
Hello.
Hey, ohwehwe what che.
Okay.
A free bra would the Endpoint what dance. I'm a choir no. Me Joseph Sama na nkoye and person na my emre nyina na magina sabema. Na me be fear for there. The one dey nyina jaresa. You heard everything. I have secret. Endpoint is my secret. Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. I'm free.
Okay, your last words, then we wrap up.
Well, I think just to say that my reasons for being in Ghana, I've been saying this, it sounds odd.
Okay.
I think it's more of a spiritual journey. There's a reason I'm meant to be here. And I have a desire to connect with nurses in particular. One, I'm a nurse. And I just think if we can get as many people to attend those two events as possible, it will be outstanding.
All right.
I really would.
All right. So the numbers I called out, I mentioned out, just call the numbers and then the email she put out there too. You can read the email and you'll be sorted. Shout outs to my crew, Mills, Amanda, Sexy Malam, Jay. My name is Samakuma. You see me in town, holla at your boy SammyKay Media. Go respond, go online.
Go check my stuff online. Proud of anything you they do. Go online. I be proud blogger. Go online. SammyKaymedia.com. Go online. Go check my stuff online. Proud of anything you do.